Okay, get all the things off there saying that, yes, I know we're being recorded. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Monday night call. My name is Harlequin Murray, and it is my pleasure and honor to introduce our leader, Ellen Winn. And just a little bit about her, for those of you who are not familiar with Ellen yet. She grew up here in the Metro Atlanta area in a farm in Dallas, Georgia. And she had a long career in the restaurant industry. And she left corporate America in 1997 to start her own restaurant. Actually, she had a couple of them, and she's never looked back since then. But back in 2001, she was introduced to network marketing by a friend of hers, and she actually helped train thousands and thousands of people to build a successful business. That's how I actually met her. She was my upline in another company. But she currently owns 3 businesses, including our David Allen Capital business. And she is the leader of the fastest growing team in DAC, and we're also the highest producing. So without further ado, let me introduce to you my friend and our leader, Miss Ellen Winn.
Thank you, Harley.
Take it away, Miss Ellen.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And always good to hear from you. And I couldn't do what I do without you, Harlequin. So I appreciate your leadership and what you bring to the team. And I know you're helping people that aren't even in your organizations, because, you know, we got a lot of sideline leaders that are helping and pitching in here. And that's one of the great things about what we all do. So thank you for that introduction. Guys, Harlequin has been Agent of the Month in the past. She's been one of the key reasons that I'm doing this weekly call. She committed to help me in the early stages a little over a year ago, when I was really having to decide whether I had time to commit to doing this every week. When I made that commitment, Harlequin said, yep, I'm with you. And she's been right here every single week, as have many of you. So thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad to be back in my home office. I just got home about an hour ago. I've been on the road. I had an opportunity to go down to the beach this past weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and had an opportunity to stay again today. But it's hard for me to rest and relax when I've got so many good things going on in my mind about our business. So I wanted to go ahead and get back tonight to do this call from my home office, rather than being on the road tomorrow, because I know I wouldn't sleep tonight if I stayed another night in Florida. I had a great time, had some great friends, got to do some great things, but I'd rather be here working with you guys when it comes to Mondays and doing the team calls. So let me get us into screen share mode, and I will start our presentation. Like I do every week, I like to start off with our top producers and top performers here. Harlequin, can you see the screen? Awesome, awesome, thank you. Guys, a little bit before I just dive into this, I want to talk about the team recognition and what an important role our recruiting plays in the growth of our business. Harlequin says we're the fastest growing company and the biggest producing company in DAC. That is only at this very moment. I heard today David Rutz on our leadership call was talking about how he just had a couple of lifelong friends join him in DAC, signing up as agents. And guys, in my mind, David Rutz has been in the direct selling network marketing space for many, many years. And a lot of his friends are in the entrepreneurial business building space like we are. So in my mind, he's probably just recruited a couple of people that are going to come in here and build a massive business inside of DAC, which is great for all of us, but it can quickly take us from being the fastest growing team in the company and the biggest producing team in the company to just a tiny little portion of what's going on here, if we don't all step up our game and play to our best possible activity every single day. Okay, so I'm going to go through the team recognition here, and this is about recruiting, because part of our fastest growth is the fact that we've got a lot of people on the team that are recruiting a lot of agents. We have a a whole lot of people that are recruiting one agent, and we have people that are recruiting an agent every other week or one or two a month. And all of that helps in us building our team as an entire organization. But the next level of that is recruiting a team that starts producing, and everybody is starting to bring clients to the table, because that's what our business is all about. So let's talk about the recruiters and do some recognition here to get us kicked off. First, these are top new agent recruits, okay? And these are agents for the week of 8/12 through 8/18. These are our top recruiters and who brought in the most number of new agents. So in first place, we had Chris Bartalis with 10 new agent recruits. Normally I have the names reversed instead of last name, first name, but I didn't have time to do that tonight as I was preparing these slides for our call tonight. Second place, we had Eugene Clapp with 7 new agents for the week. Congratulations to Chris and to Eugene. In third place, we had a tie between Mike Dew, who is our August agent of the month, and myself. We each had 6 new recruits each. Congratulations, Mike. In fourth place, we had a 3-way tie with Suzanne Keeter, Susan Rodriguez, and Linda Spione. All had 4 new agents, and Susan Rodriguez's name is highlighted in green. That's because Susan not only had 4 new recruits, but that was the week she got her first new recruit ever as a DAC agent. So congratulations, Susan, not only for getting your first new recruit, but also for having 4 recruits and being in fourth place tie there. In fifth place, we had a 3-way tie with Dawn Gillette, Malika Randolph, and Brianna Trader. Each had 3 new agent recruits. Congratulations to you guys. In sixth place, we had a 5-way tie with Orlando Darden, Eric Johnson, Mar Maldonado, Mercy Funds or Grace, and Geneva Satterwhite. Each of these had 2 new recruits. Congratulations to you. Geneva is also highlighted in green because Geneva had her first recruit, but ended up with 2 for that week. So congratulations, Geneva, getting your first recruit and being on the leaderboard with 2 new recruits for the week. All right, over here with 1 new recruit each, I had to minimize these windows because we had so many people that got 1 new recruit for the week. So congratulations to all of you here who had 1. That would be Kellen Burgos, Felix Cancio, Marcia Clapp, Gwenda Clark, Paris Clark. This was Paris's first new recruit ever. Congratulations, Paris. Andres Cortorial, Lamont Davenport, Michael Edmondson, Julian Freelo, Joshua Heilman, Keith Calley Sr., Robin Keenitz. Congratulations on your first recruit ever, Robin. Remy Kistler, congratulations on your first new recruit. Dr. Bridget Lindenborg, congratulations on your first new recruit. Cornelius McCoy, congratulations on your first new recruit. Daniel Montoya, Victor Morawa, James Parker, congratulations on your first new recruit. Aisha Porter, congratulations on your first new recruit. Daryl Price, Jovanka Princeville, congratulations on your first new recruit, Jovanka. Angela Richardson, Armel Romulus, congratulations on your first new recruit. RT Funding Pros, Arnell Santos, Mark Saunders II, congratulations on your first new recruit. Jerry Smith, Debbie Squires, congratulations, Debbie, on your first new recruit. Anthony Sturdivant, congratulations on your first new recruit. John Suarez, Danny Thomas, John Wallace, Christopher White, Janet Williams, and Ron Wright. Congratulations on your first new recruit. So back to talking about how recruiting is such an important part of our business. It's really the lifeline of our business. So we make a big deal out of those that are doing the new recruiting because you guys are the ones that are really making this team grow. And through your efforts of recruiting, whether you're going into your warm market list, whether you're reaching out to people through social media, whether you're making posts on social media or LinkedIn, or whether you're running Craigslist ads, or whatever your reach out method is. Thank you for helping this team grow, because it is those new agents that are the lifeblood of our business. And every time we bring a new agent on board, we have a new outreach to new business owners, because every new person that joins our team knows a whole new circle of business owners that could use our funding, could use our customer finance, our healthcare, our payment processing, our telecom, DAC Protect, you name it, all of our services. Each new agent has a new resource that they can reach out to spread the good word about DAC. So next thing I want to cover on our slides here is a reminder that our August promotion for being engaged has been extended. We've got next Tuesday is the last day of the month. So between now and next Tuesday, everybody should be on a recruiting frenzy. I mean, a recruiting frenzy. So here's what the promotion means. If you're brand new in the business, you're in your first 60 days in the business, you're automatically engaged and you're automatically eligible to earn your overrides on your team. But if you're outside of your 60-day window of the date that you signed up as a new agent, and if you've not had a funded client, or if you don't have 6 personal customer finance clients, that means you're no longer engaged. Okay, so look at the little square here. The engaged status means that you're eligible to earn a 25% matching bonus on your personally enrolled agents, what we call the enroller matching bonus. You're also eligible to earn a 50% matching fast start bonus. What is a fast start bonus? Well, that is paid on the first funded client of a new agent that gets a client in their first 30 days, has to be in their first 30 days, hence the name fast start bonus, right? First 30 days, first funded client, you can earn a 50% match if you're engaged. And override matching bonus is eligible to be engaged. So back to, if you're still in your first 60-day window, you're automatically qualified for these. But this promotion is a really big deal for any of you agents that are inside of the company and have been here outside of 60 days, longer than 60 days, right? If you're here longer than 60 days and you're not engaged, DAC is still going to pay you these matching bonuses on any new agents that you enroll the month of July and August on any of their first 30-day fundings. Okay, so now we have today as August the 23rd. Okay, if you enrolled a new agent today, I'm gonna go back one. You enrolled a new agent today, then you are considered engaged on that new agent for their first 30 days up until September the 22nd, right? So again, if you're still here, you're brand new, you're just getting started, this doesn't apply to you. This really applies to agents that have been here longer than 60 days and aren't engaged because they don't have a personally funded client or they don't have 6 customer finance clients, okay? So if you have questions on that, you can ask me at the end. We will be taking questions at the end of the slideshow or at the end of the presentation tonight. Excuse me. Okay, let's talk about what our focus needs to be each and every day as we build our business, okay? You should be working towards maximizing your earning potential by getting amped up. How do you get amped up? Well, you get a funded client every 30 days. And if you're amped up, you're automatically engaged. So getting amped is where you're going to earn double commissions, double bonuses on your personal fundings. You're going to earn double commissions on your fast start bonuses on your new agents, and you're also going to earn double commissions on your enroller bonuses. So getting amped is how you maximize the comp plan. And again, that automatically makes you engaged. So your goal should be to get amped, stay amped, and get to DAC 4. And what is DAC 4? Well, that is the 4th or the 3rd promotion level in our compensation plan. So I bring this up and I want to talk about it every single time we get together because it really needs to be our team mantra that you get amped, stay amped, get to DAC 4. That should be the goal of every single new person that joins the team. How do you get amped up? Well, you have a plan in place where you're communicating with your warm market first. You're reaching out, launching out loud, letting people know that you're now a new agent with DAC, and that you can help small business owners get funding if they can't get funded through their bank, right? You do that through the warm market. You do it through our postcards, where you shop, introducing yourself to those restaurant owners or wherever you're out and about each day, spending your money. Those business owners need to know what you do, right? So leveling up is getting from 0 clients. After you have 1 client, that makes you a DAC 1. After you have 2 funded clients, that makes you a DAC 2. And after you have 4 funded clients and a total of $40,000 in fundings between all of those clients, that makes you a DAC 4. And getting to DAC 4 is something that you can promote yourself through the comp plan without having to have a team whatsoever. You do this all on your own personal efforts. When you get to DAC 4, you've not only promoted through the comp plan you're also going to earn on your personal fundings. You're going to earn 7.8% instead of 6%, as long as you stay amped up on those personal fundings as a DAC 4. And you're going to earn significant overrides on your team. So it's a really big deal. So make sure you understand that part of the compensation plan. Okay. So I'm going to take us off of screen share. I just want to talk to you tonight about where we are and the opportunity that we have. I know David talked about this today and what sets DAC apart from a lot of other companies out there, but you really have to think about it. I know I'm looking at some of you guys that are on here tonight. Some of you have a tremendous background with other companies that have been very successful in the direct marketing space or network marketing space. And when you look at what we're doing, there just is no other company out there that even comes close to comparing the opportunity that DAC has to offer here. Let me see. Is Orlando on here tonight? I don't see him. Orlando, if you're on here, I want you to unmute yourself. I don't see him on here. He said something that was just very thought-provoking today about what he sees with DAC, and it's about the ability to earn $100,000 a month or more, right? And there will be big earners with this company. And the only way that's going to happen is for you to stick and stay. I've been here a little over 3 years. Harlequin's been here a couple of years. Eugene, I see, is on here tonight. He's been here a couple of years as well. JC's been here a couple of years. JC is our #1 customer gatherer in the company. She just set the record last week with 4 new fundings in 1 single day. What's she doing? She's got a shirt. I see she's got a shirt with her award on it. I love it. Did Eugene send you that? Yes. No, you got it yourself. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. But guys, it's all about the vision that you have and your belief in not only you have, sometimes we have to build belief in ourselves and build belief in our ability to do things, but there's enough belief in this team in you to help you and push you and encourage you along the way. When you're talking to clients and you don't know what to say, you've got a team of people that you can reach out to get the right answer. When you're talking to a new recruit and you're not sure about the ability to make money here, there's somebody here that is making good money that can reinforce that and can do a 3-way call with you. So I always say, if you haven't had success yet, just lean on the success of others until you get the full belief of what we have to offer here with DAC and the income potential that we have. Another thing that David said today, and I kind of chimed in there as I commented at the end of the meeting, was, listening to other people coming to the team and listening to other top producers that will probably be here and are going to have us really working hard to keep our status, right? It gives us an opportunity to really shine, but it also gives us an opportunity to win off of everybody's efforts, because David came to made a point of talking about how those of us that are here now and those of us that are here sticking and staying and helping build this company, I can imagine there will be leadership pools and all sorts of different awards out there that we'll have an opportunity to participate in, for those of us that are helping build along the way. So just know you're with a unique company, and you're in a unique position here with DAC this early in the game, as we're only 6 years old. So Harlequin, you took some notes off of last Friday's Zoom that I wanted you to cover. I appreciate you going back and revisiting and making sure that you got the details, because I had some people on the team that were asking. If you guys have emailed me and I haven't responded in a few days, I've been on vacation and I was enjoying every minute of it, but I will get caught up on those responses here in the next day as I'm sorting through emails. I sent a few responses out over the weekend. I just couldn't help myself take my laptop with me, because I love what I do, but I did not dive in too deep to not be able to say that I was on vacation, right? So Harlequin, if you can cover those notes from what David covered on the BIDI Advance and the updates on communication, that would be great.
Yeah, I can. If you can keep track of letting people in.
Absolutely.
Gotta go to a different thing. Okay, David was going over some of the kind of common issues and tips on how to help us out with Bank Breezy fundings and issues that you might run into. One of the things is some people are not getting notifications when their clients go and submit an application through Bank Breezy. And it's like, I know that they're in the process, but I'm not getting any emails. There's a couple of reasons why. One is the client may have manually typed in your agent ID number and your name because they didn't have the full link, or they didn't type in the full link. They may have just typed in bankbreezy.com and then added your ID number in. In that case, you will not get notified until they get funded, and then you will get it. The other thing is that for those people who are using a third-party tracking system, sometimes that link doesn't work properly. Okay. I know David gave the example that, on the texting app that he's using, if he types in the full link to something, sometimes it'll come up and saying that it's invalid. So even though it's typed in correctly, the best suggestion that I have for you is, especially if you're doing any advertising or any of that type of stuff, have somebody other than yourself check to make sure that that link is working, because it may be pulling up your website because it's in your cookies, and you don't know that when somebody else is doing it, it's not. So that is something. And then, okay, then the other big issue is when you get notification that the client has requested a contract, and then you don't get a notification saying that it's been funded within, usually he said if you don't get a notification within a couple of hours, call them. A lot of times they haven't seen the email. It may have gone to spam, whatever. And you're the one who's getting paid the most on that client. So it's in your best interest to make sure that they received that email notification like they were supposed to. Now, this is something that everybody needs to write down. So if you don't have pen and paper, grab it really quickly, because you're going to need this. Whenever they get the email, it is going to say, the name that's listed, it's going to say contact at BIDI Advance. Okay, so the name is going to say contact at BIDI Advance. Now, the actual email address, if you go and kind of hover over the name, it will show what the actual email address is. And it will say no reply at mail.hellosign.com. Okay, so it's going to say no reply at mail.hellosign.com. Okay, and then the subject, it's going to say in all caps, it's going to say urgent, colon, and then it's going to have a $sign and the dollar amount of what they're getting. Yeah, so if they're getting a loan or a funding for $10,000, it's going to say $10,000. If it's for $3,500, it's going to say $3,500, and so on. But it's going to say urgent, colon, the dollar amount, funding agreement, e-sign. Okay, so it's going to say urgent in all caps, colon, $10,000, funding agreement, e-sign. Okay, so if you have a client and they say, oh, well, I never got my contract, have them do a search for one of those three things. Okay. Now, the other thing that David was talking about on Friday was duplicates in the system. You know, somebody has gone and they've started to go and fill out an application. Sometimes they'll get a duplicate notification. In that particular case, if they're in the process and they timed out or something, they can go and check their email and they're going to have a link to get back in. But some of them are being listed as a true duplicate. They may have signed up, you know, tried applying previously with another company or with another agent. For those that it's been quite a while since they applied, in the background, they are trying to go and get that resolved so that those people will be allowed to go ahead and continue submitting the information. And in the background, it's going to say that it's a duplicate. In the back office, the client's not going to know that, but it's just, they're still going to be doing that. And then the other thing is, if they have a client that's being listed as a duplicate, excuse me, or they made a mistake in their application, you know, they put in the wrong, I don't know, email address, they put in the wrong bank account number, whatever it is that they did wrong, you can send an email to apply@biddyadvance.com. Okay, so that email address is apply@biddyadvance.com. You can describe the situation. However, you need, anytime that you email Biddy Advance about a client situation, there are 5 things that you need to include in that. Okay, the first one is the business name that they applied under, the person's name, you know, the person who is actually applying, usually the business owner, the mobile number of the applicant, the email address of the applicant, and I'll read these over again, and then the EIN number of the business. Okay, so repeating that again, business name, the person's name, the mobile number of the applicant or the cell phone number, their email address, and then the EIN number of the business.
Awesome,
And
awesome.
I'm trying to, let me see something here. I'm going to see, somebody requested that I do this as a screen share. I'm going to see if it will show up. Okay, so people can go ahead and take a screenshot of that. It's not in the exact format that I would have done a thing. Ellen had a last minute request to do this, and I didn't get a chance to type it up in the right format for.
Oh, that looks great, Harlequin.
Yeah, and I'll give this to Ellen so that she can include this in the email that goes out to everybody. So that
Yeah,
you've got
that'll be
it.
easy. I'll just attach it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, and good news on that. I've had 2 different responses today from someone that had applied and they were getting the duplicate response. Both of them actually had applied through a different broker or a different agent outside of DAC, and had one that had applied 80 days ago, and they were told that they could reapply through the DAC agent that's been talking to them in 10 more days. So there's a 90-day protection window on there based on what Biddy is showing. So if they've applied with another agent, another independent sales organization, 90-day protection for that agent before they can reapply through you as their DAC agent. So that's great. Had another one that the guy had been declined and had to wait another, I think that was 90 days too. He had been declined and he had to wait to reapply. So good stuff. Okay, thank you, Harlequin. I appreciate that. Was there anything else on that before we go to the next one?
No, that was it. I'm gonna go ahead and stop screen sharing.
Okay. Awesome. Good job. Good job. Okay.
Back to your smiling face.
Yeah, I see a lot of our team leaders on here tonight. We've got good stuff going on. Does anyone have a question, or anyone of you have something that you want to share? Joe, I see you've got your hand up. You want to unmute yourself and ask to unmute. There you go.
Hi, Ellen. Thank you for taking my question. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Good to see you.
Okay. I just got a question real quick about payment process. I watched the video and it doesn't really talk about how they can apply it to their website. I'm getting ready to build a website for a client, and he's going to be having a store, and I was going to recommend him to use the payment processing through DAC instead of Stripe or PayPal because there's so many fees. And he's really interested. I'm going to send him a link, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow. And I'm sitting there thinking, if I send him that link and he sets it up, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I have no idea how to set it up. Do you have any idea how to do that? Did he have an API, or what do they do?
Our team will walk you through that. So if he's an online store, I know that prior to our relationship with our partners at Enable and Serve Finance, who's handling all of our payment processing now, we connect with BigCommerce and any of these online resellers. We can connect with them. So,
so they have an API.
Yep. They'll walk you through all that.
I didn't see anything on their website. I was looking. I didn't see anything. It just says,
yeah, all you need to do,
go here for a quote. I'm like,
yeah, just go submit the form. Or actually, you've got Jacob Imenhoff. His name is his information is there in the DAC agent Facebook group. You can actually email him directly, and he will answer that question on your best approach for that.
Yeah, I think Darren got in touch with him before, so I'm going to see if I can get that email.
Yeah, no, he's super helpful. I've reached out to him on a couple of things, and he'll be glad to help. Just for that extra agent support, you wouldn't want your client reaching out to him, but as the agent, especially as the web developer agent, so you know how that's going to work, you can get those questions answered. Okay.
Okay, and the next question, the next thing I want to make a statement. Who knows? He might be my next funding customer because he's a roofing company as well.
Awesome. So, yeah, absolutely.
A heads up. I haven't talked to him about it yet, but it's going to come. I'm going to tell him, I also do funding just in case,
Yeah. So how many employees does he have?
He's been doing it for over 20 years. I'm pretty sure he's got quite a few. Because I asked him, I was kind of asking questions, how long you've been doing and things like that. He just basic cliche questions. And
yeah, okay. So let me walk through what I would do if I were talking to him. He's my potential client. So you guys pay attention here. Okay. So Joseph, you're talking, you're the roofer instead of you're talking about him. Okay. So I'm saying, okay, how long you been in business? You said 20 years or so. Wow, that's awesome that you have survived this long. How many employees do you guys have?
Okay. So I'll answer that. 20.
Yeah.
20
how
employees.
Many you have, and what are you guys doing for healthcare?
I have no idea.
Right. Okay. So just asking, are you open to getting a quote on that where you could offer health care to your employees without it costing a penny out of pocket for you? Now that no penny out of
Healthcare
pocket
for
is if they've got
employees.
less than 50 employees. If they have more than 50, they would be required to make a contribution, but under 50, they could offer health care through us without a penny out of pocket, right? So I would just go through and say, how many employees do you have? What are you doing for health care? Are you currently offering your customers a way to finance their roofing
Yeah,
projects
customer
with you,
financing.
right? So just think about that business and be able to take that broader scale than that one little thing that they came to you about. You don't want to necessarily convolute the conversation initially with them, but as you start having a conversation and you're building that relationship, just expand on it, on the different ways that we can help that business owner, helping them save money or help them be a more attractive employer with the healthcare, because that's such a big deal, especially right
Okay.
now as we're looking at open enrollment, which we talked about last week. So yeah.
Yeah, I
Good
know it
job.
looks like I've been kind of asleep lately because I haven't got another funding, but I'm still working on it. I'm not calling companies like I should be. I know I should be calling, but I'm just doing advertising. Plus I do website design and sometimes customers, they've talked to me a little bit about it and I can offer them things like that. You know what I mean? So
Hey, it'll come, Joseph. And the thing is that you just called yourself out on that, is that you're holding yourself accountable. So good job. I
yeah,
know.
I mean, it's
that
my fault.
because
That's
you
why I
have,
don't have any fundings. I just can't get myself on the phone.
yeah,
I mean, when someone that does like technical stuff, like computer stuff, they're kind of introvert. They don't like being in public. They don't like getting on the phone, especially when people not interested in what you have to say. Before you even get it out, they already hung it up on you. It's like,
we
you
have a
know what I
lot of
mean?
those on our team. I'm one of those too. I'm an introvert. I really am.
I want to do like my sponsor Eugene does, go to business, knocking on doors, shaking their hands. And I can do that. Shaking their hands. Hey, I got a business card. If you're interested, here it is. If not, just chunk it. It's your business, not mine.
Yeah. Well, I'm an introvert, but I can certainly take my drop cards and I can have a conversation with someone, because even when you're shy, if you're using something to point to and talk about, or actually just read what's on the card with someone, it can kind of help you get out of that. So thanks for your question, Joseph.
All right.
Good
Thank you.
job, and continue on, man. I know you'll have another funding before you know it. All right, anybody else? I've got CX, you've got your hand up. I'm gonna ask you to unmute.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. I was just wondering if anybody can share how do they recruit it? Like, I see you get lots of recruitings. And then how long did it take you to recruit that person?
As far as new agents?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what I'm doing, and a lot of the people on here, I do a combination of warm market. I do reach out through social media, and I've always got a Craigslist ad running in the background. So how long does it take? It depends on who you're getting your information in front of. If I'm talking to somebody warm market and I'm asking them, are they open to taking a look? It really takes time for them to put it on their schedule as to when it fits into their time window, right? They're going, yeah, I'm open to it, but they may be busy for the next 2 or 3 days before they actually take a look at it. I've got one gentleman that it took me about 6 weeks he said he was interested, but it took him 6 weeks to actually look at it because he's retired and he had other things on his plate. So really it's about a 1 hour process for the average person. They go in, they watch that 8-minute video, and then they click on the link to watch more if they want to see the full presentation before they sign up. But recruiting is super easy. It's the easiest part of our business because it doesn't cost a thing for anybody to get started. You just got to put the links out there in the right place in front of the right people to do that. I've got other recruiters on here. You guys are welcome to give input there if you like. To CX. Anybody?
Thank you.
That's it. It's that easy. Yeah, just asking the question. Eugene, I see your hand is up. Did you have anything else, CX, before we go to Eugene?
No, thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Eugene.
Hey, how you doing? You hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
CX sounds kind of shy, so I don't want to scare and make her run off of here. So I ain't gonna tell her what I know to tell somebody. But you know, just get out there and just put something in their face that shocks the heck out of them. You know, don't make it mundane like everything else. I tell my team all the time, you got to go ahead and stand out, and you just can't make it mundane and vanilla. It has to have some sprinkles in it to stand out. So, you know, use your personality, put your personality behind your ad. We got good stuff, but you gotta ultimately be you when you do it. So, you know, just get your personality and go with it, man.
Okay, thanks.
I can't tell you what I say, because like I say, you look like you're shy, and I don't want you to run off or collapse or something. So I can't tell you what I say, but I'm just gonna tell you, just put yourself into it.
Yeah, she's probably got her daughter in the background listening, Eugene. So.
Oh yeah, well I definitely can't say it to you.
No, not here, not this time. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Anybody? I've got Michael. You got your hand up. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Oh, yes. I was going to ask, I was searching for a script in the folders. I didn't see anything. So it's like when I'm calling somebody, calling a business or like a startup company, and I ask, like, is there anything that we can say that's like, that wouldn't violate, like anything that wouldn't be, like if I introduce a company to someone and that's absolutely need funding, is there a certain way I should word it so it wouldn't violate any kind of anything like legally? As you know how when you call people, when they say, like, when you get a phone call from people saying it's on a recorded line and blah, 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 and they got to read like a certain legal documentation. Is it the same thing with this company?
Yeah, no, you don't have to do that. And you say you're searching for a script. There are scripts in the Agent Resource Center under business funding. It's like number 6 or 7 down. If you go in there, there are email and text scripts.
Yeah, email scripts and postcard scripts, but it's like,
Yep.
like script
And with
scripts.
the calling, have you gone and watched Phil McCullough's interview for Agent of the Month from June?
No, I have not.
Okay, I recommend that you go watch that. Okay. Agent of the Month interviews are down near the bottom of the Agent Resource Center, but go look up Phil McCullough for June, I believe. And he's building his business strictly off of cold calling. And that's what he does. He calls and his whole pitch is he tries to get to the owner, right? Got to get through the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Are you the owner, or can I speak to the owner? Owner gets on the phone and he says, hey, my name is Ellen Winn. I'm in business funding. Do you happen to be in the need for working capital today? Or do you happen to be in the market for business funding today? You know, and he's just asking that question and he's burning through the numbers. And if they say no, he says, well, hey, thanks for taking my call. Have a great day. He hangs up and moves on to the next person. I personally don't like burning through contacts like that. I prefer to create relationships with them, as I alluded to with Joe and his example of this new client. But that works for Phil, and it works for some people that just want to be smiling and dialing for dollars. And you know, that it's a great interview, whether you want to use his exact script or not. It's a great interview on his methodology. So I would encourage that you do that, and then take that in combination with the scripts that are there in the Agent Resource Center, and I think you'll be able to craft your own. But the main thing is, Michael, that you need to be dialing, personally dialing. Do not use an automated dialer. Okay, you can't do that at all. And you got to be dialing numbers that you know are public numbers that you can legally dial. Otherwise, you're violating the do not call registry. So where would you be getting the phone numbers that you're dialing?
Well, usually off the Georgia Chamber of Commerce or off places like Better Business Bureau or Yelp.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Those are fine because those are publicly listed numbers. You got it. All right. But I think you'll get a lot if you go watch Phil's interview there. All right.
Okay. And
Anybody
do you
else?
know, I was
Yeah.
going to ask, like, do you know a good time to call people, like a certain time period?
It depends on the business. If you're calling businesses where the business owner is going to be up and out early, if they're in construction, early in the morning, like 7 a.m., between 7 and 8 a.m., they're already out and they're starting to their job sites. You're probably going to catch them in the car, right? That's a lot earlier than you would normally consider calling a business owner. But
Okay.
you're catching them before their day starts or late in the afternoon and 4:30 on in the afternoon, you're probably going to catch them as their day is wrapping up. If you're calling someone in the restaurant industry, you got to take into consideration when their business is busy, right? So from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, those restaurant owners are super busy getting ready for lunch and wrapping up after lunch. And then they've got a gap in the middle of the afternoon from 1:30 to 4:30 or so. And then they're starting their dinner rush prep again later on in the day. So it really just depends on the industry. You want to think outside, put yourself in that business owner's shoes and go, okay, if I'm running this type of business, what's going to be my busy part of the day? And you don't want to try to call them during the busy part of their day. So.
Okay.
Okay.
And my last question.
Uh-huh.
Like, where can I go to find out the qualifications to get Bank Breezy or regular business funding?
What do you mean qualifications?
Like the qualifications that a business might need to receive funding for Bank Breezy or the regular.
Yeah, so all of that's covered in video too, in our product training video. And as a cheat sheet, your best resource is just to go to your website. When you go to your website, read the website, it tells you what the requirements are. And then when you go on over and start looking at the application page, it really is going to weed out those that don't qualify there. But I would encourage you to go back through the business funding training video number 2 at the top of the Agent Resource Center.
Okay, thank you.
And one other thing, there's a side-by-side PDF cheat sheet under the business capital there in the Agent Resource Center as well. You can print that out and then you've got it in print right in front of you when you're talking to someone. So you know whether to point them towards Bank Breezy or to point them towards the larger funding with David Allen Capital. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Good questions. Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome.
Anybody else got questions?
Actually, Ellen,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to make a couple of comments regarding a couple of things that Michael mentioned.
Okay.
One, he mentioned that he was calling startups. We can't call a true startup. They have to be in business either 6 months for Bank Breezy or 4 months for the other funding. But the other thing is, he did mention he's in Georgia, but in some states, I know California is one of them. You have to be careful that you don't say that it's a business loan. It's either a business funding or an advance.
Yeah, most of ours, that's a good point. Most of ours is not a loan at all. We have a few
Right.
companies that do business loans, but most of them are advances. So
Yeah.
we got into just using the word funding. You're safe using business funding or working capital, as was discussed in that interview that I pointed you to with Phil. So thank you, Harlequin, for that feedback. Anybody else got questions or comments or contributions that you would like to make tonight? Got some good things happening on the team. JC,
Hi.
you need it. Uh-huh.
Oh, hi, I'm sorry. I
Oh,
have
yeah.
a question. This is Danielle. How are you?
Hey, Danielle. Good. How are you doing?
Good. I just jumped on the call. As far, I think I kind of understand the gist of everything, but is it possible? I haven't watched my videos yet, but is it possible that we could fill out the applications for our customer, or we just let them fill it out and send them the link?
Great question. Thanks for asking that. First of all, welcome, Danielle. Obviously, you hadn't watched the training yet, so you're brand new. So glad you're
Right.
here. Yeah, great question. And the answer is no. Your client has to fill out the application themselves. The reason being, they are giving our funding partners and our internal submissions team permission to call and text them. And if the client doesn't fill that out themselves, then we could really be in hot water with the do not call registry. So your client always has to fill out those application forms themselves.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Mhm.
Yeah, you're welcome. So the best way to make sure they're filling out your form, anytime I get a call or I'm having a conversation with someone, I like to either email or text them the link so that there's no question and it's in print and it's a clickable link for them to just go straight over to my website. So
Okay, perfect.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thanks for the question. All right, anybody else? Is there anything in the chat there that we need to cover, Harlequin?
The only thing I saw was James Doswell was asking about we can do processing for any e-commerce store. And the answer is yes. But,
Absolutely. Yeah, with our new
yeah.
funding partners, today David was talking about how much better DAC is now than we were last year. You know, every step of the way, I just keep seeing layer and layer and layer of good stuff coming our way. You know, better partners, better partnerships, more partners in that as far as funding partners, where we had about 20, 25 or so probably when I first started with DAC. Now we've got over 100 partners that we have had contracts with. We don't do business with all of them. Sometimes we've gotten involved with them and realized that we don't like their business practices and the way they treat their clients. So we don't do business with them, but our market base has expanded tremendously, and it'll continue expanding with everything that we have layered here. So just hold on, because it's going to get better and better, but our experience is better. Our partnership with our payment processing, we had it all in-house up until recently when we brought on the customer financing platform at the end of January. That also opened the door for our partnership with Mark Beauchamp. If you guys don't have this book is from the founder of our payment processing company. He's been in this space for many, many years. He's written a book on it. He really knows the industry inside out. So he's heading up our payment processing now. So any of those questions that you have, Joseph, with the website development, all that, we've got something to mix and match with most systems that are already out there. If they have elaborate POS systems, we can usually tie into it, or sometimes we can replace a POS system very cost effectively. A lot of times it'll be free placement depending on the equipment and the volume that the business is going to do. But we've really got some of the best partners in the space. And as our partners experience improves, it only makes DAC better and better and gives a better customer experience for our clients as you're referring folks out. So just know, when you're referring our services out, you're referring out professional services, and we'll always make you look good. If there's ever an issue where your client's not getting connected with that third party of our customer finance partners at Enable or the payment processing, every single time I have gone in and asked, hey, can you give me an update on this? They've got a whole call log of trying to reach the client. The client is the one that is saying, or is missing the calls or missing the emails and not responding to them. I've never found a single case where our team wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing on the follow-up. That reminds me of one more thing that, Harlequin, as you were going through the BIDI Advance and the updates there, guys, you are the one making the most money off of funding. So when you get that exciting email saying contract sent, that's when you get the customer's name and their phone number. And obviously this is if it's a cold market contact. If you're dealing with warm market and you got the application submitted email, then you already know that person's contact. But if you're doing advertising and you're getting that email that has the client's phone number in it, reach out to them if you don't have that second email within a couple of hours saying contract signed, okay? Because it's sitting there in the email somewhere, or they've missed it. Or like I had one where I called the young man and I asked him, I said, hey, this is Ellen with DAC. I see that our funding partners over at BIDI Advance have sent you the contract you requested. I wanted to make sure that you saw it in your email. And he said, yeah, I'm glad you called me. He said, I talked to the guy named Michael, I think was his name. And he went through and he said, you know, I'm just not sure that I want to sign this. After he talked to the BIDI Advance customer support person, it took me reaching out to him and answering a few more questions and encouraging him, saying, well, did you see where you can get significant discounts if you pay it off early? How long do you need the money? He said, I'll probably have it maybe 30 days or so. And I'm going, wow, you can get the best discount rates in the industry. If you pay it off in 30 days, or even if you pay it off in 60 days, you're still going to get a significant discount. And he said, well, I didn't understand that. It was in the contract. He just wasn't reading it, right? And a couple other things, I forget what it was, but I just kind of nudged him. Oh, I know, it was the weekly payments. He said, I don't know about these daily paybacks. And I said, well, there's an option for you to have a discussion with them about weekly paybacks. So I gave him the 800 number, or the 833 number. And I said, here's what I would do. I would encourage you to reach out to the customer support team right now. Just call them up and say, hey, I just talked to my agent over at David Allen Capital, and she's telling me that I can get discounts for early payback. She's also telling me that there are possibly some weekly payback options. Can we kind of talk through that? Because this might be something that I'm going to move forward with. But as it is, I didn't understand all of that. So because I had an open conversation with him and got him thinking about it, and got him thinking about what he was going to do with the money, he ended up going ahead and getting funded. But it never would have happened if I had not called out to him after I got the email saying, here's his name, here's his phone number, contract sent. Okay, so always, always, always do that. And hey, if you're new and you're timid on how to handle that call, let me know, ring me up or your team leader, and we'll be glad to do a three-way call with you to talk to that new prospective client. I'll do it all day long, and I'll be glad to jump on the phone with you to answer those questions and walk you through there. You're not on your own. Just know that you got a team of people here that are rooting for you to have success, and we're happy to help you walk through that process every step of the way. Okay. All right. Anybody else with questions or comments before we wrap up? Yes? No? Any other
We've
questions?
got a couple
there?
of hands up, Ellen.
Okay.
James Doswell.
James Doswell. What you got for us tonight, James?
I just want to say welcome back, Ellen. You know, I know you're out there getting a suntan on the weekend, so welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I just want to share something that hopefully kind of helps with confidence. I'm new, but I've been thoroughly scouring all the training, okay, all of it, every one. And the consistent thing that's always there that's said about everybody, plus there are examples that have been given in real life situations, is the quality of the support and how everybody's saying the same thing. When it comes to training to learn how to do what we're doing, it's always DAC support and the training videos. When we're doing anything else that has to do with payment processing or customer financing or any of those other things, Wade and David and everybody, they say the same thing. Send the people to the support. It's not that we have to learn everything and know what to say thoroughly. We just have to know where to send them, because we're the contact person. We're the referral agent. We're not the sales agent. There's a difference. It's like black and white. It's like apples and oranges between a referral agent and a sales agent. So just know that everything that's being said in the training is consistent across the board. So just send them to support, know where to send them, and have confidence in that. You'll be fine.
Absolutely. Great words of advice there, James. And, you know, you talk about looking at all the different training and all that as you're new. Would you agree that the deeper you look and the more you look at DAC, the better DAC looks?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
Absolutely.
oh, yeah. You know, I don't want to take a whole. I don't want to take up a whole bunch of time, but yeah, as you go through all of it, more and more and more and more, the stuff you miss, it builds your confidence because you heard it again and again and again, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, yes, yeah. The deeper you get in it, the better it is.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your feedback tonight, James. And you're always positive with your notes and stuff. I always appreciate your input. But guys, what he's saying is absolutely right. We're the we're the referral agent referring them through our website and then letting that customer support team take it from there. But the example that I just gave on the getting that email that the contract has been sent, 99% of the time, the breakdown is the client either doesn't see the email or they're not answering a call because it's not someone that they have in their contact list. How many of you do that? You go, I don't know who this is, and you don't answer the call, right? I never not answer a call that's not in my phone book, because anytime I get a call from someone that I don't already have saved, I'm thinking it's a new business client, and I'm happy to answer the phone. But a lot of business owners don't, so they don't recognize the area code of the call that's coming in, and they don't answer it. They let it go to voicemail. Our team is doing the work, reaching out. You just need to help nurture that relationship along and get them connected if they're missing that connection point, and let our team do the work. Okay. So thank you, James. I had a couple other hands up. I have JC. What have you got for us? Superstar #1, 4 fundings in one day, wearing your own image on your shirt that David Rutz created with the gold necklace. And then does that have that? You don't have a way to wear the video that Eugene created for you, do you?
No.
I know you need an image of yourself now with his glasses on. We need
He
to
won't
add
give
that
them to
that.
me. He won't lose those glasses. No, you mentioned getting an email with the contracts and the company's name and everything. I don't get any of those. We already discussed that some time ago, Ellen. Nope. I contacted support, and Sharon got back to me. She said Bank Breezy isn't sending those anymore. That was what I got. But only time I know I got a funded client is from David emailing me congratulations with the details.
Wow. Yeah, no, there's a breakdown in there because those emails are coming out. They're coming out. So I would say send an email to support@David Allen Capital. Again, you said that Sharon has communicated with you. Will you copy me on that too? And I'll follow it through with David and see where that breakdown is, because you should be getting all of those updates that are on that PDF. Right?
Okay.
And then you'll have even more reason to not sleep good at night, because you'll be going, oh yeah, I got 5 in process. I got 6 in process.
Well, I shut off my ringer, so I don't hear the alerts anymore. So good. I do get a couple of sleeps winks in.
I know you do. Well, congratulations on all of your success. But yeah, do that email and we'll figure it out, because it's got to be something in your email trigger there that's preventing that. Unless now, when you send them, when clients are going to your link, are they going to your full web page, or do you have it redirected just to the application page?
I believe it's just to the application page, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're not going through your full website, that could be the issue. If they're not seeing the bankbreezy.com/your ID and not seeing the full website, if they're not starting there, that could be part of the trigger mechanism.
Oh, well, I put bankbreezy.com/my number, my ID number.
So then they're going through, yeah, they're going through the whole process then. Okay. So yeah, it should be automatically triggering those emails to you. So do that support ticket, include me in it, and we'll get to the bottom, because I really would like to know what's going on with that too. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Well,
all right. Anybody got anything else? Am I missing? Oh, I have Stratton Wells. Hi, Stratton. What do you have tonight?
Hi, I'm just excited. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, and you sound great.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, I am excited. This was my first full day of working this business, and the response has been amazing from the people that I've been talking to. I've just been following the steps, and that's the most important thing. I used to have this thing in my life where I would think that I was smarter and I would just try and reinvent the wheel. And, it took me until I was 53 to realize that, that wheel's been around for 10,000 years. It's not broken. People are still using that wheel today. So, but I just have to say that the step-by-step training has been really effective for me. You know, I got my my first loan in today. I'm waiting to see if it's going to come back as confirmed or not. I had a second one that was supposed to come in today, but I waited too late, so probably tomorrow I'll get it. Your training on how to deal with your domain name and the whole bit, I followed it step by step. It worked flawlessly. I'm just having a great first day. So I just wanted to say that. And if there's anybody, new here that's it's their first day, wow. Okay. We are the freshman team. We got to show that we got something too. We got juice, guys.
I love it. And guys, he texted me this afternoon and sent me a screenshot of the application started that he got from Biddy. So he's not just speaking it, he's got proof. He texted me this afternoon. So super excited to hear from you, Stratton. I appreciate your feedback. And when you say you're reaching out, do you mind sharing? Are you doing this through warm market? Are you doing cold calls? What's the base that you're reaching out to right now to get that instant out of the gate success going?
Okay, so it's partially warm market, partially cold market, and this is what I mean. So I had a friend that's been really good to me for like 10 years out of New York. And he says, "Oh, wait, you're in the loan business? I think I might have somebody." And bam, that guy that I sent you, that was him. That worked
Awesome.
out well. And then cold market, which I guess it was kind of, room temperature market, you could call it. There was a person that works at a hotel that I used to go to, right? And I called him and I asked him if he'd be interested in the business. And he says, "I'd be interested in the business, but I'd like to see if it works first. Let me give you a client." I'm like, "What? Okay." So he sends me over the client. I call him up. He says, "Absolutely, I need that." And I sent him over the thing, and yeah, it's just moving right now. This is good.
Awesome. So
Now,
both of what you did is actually warm market, right? Because
it
you
is.
talked to two people that you had a relationship with, you told them what you're doing and gave them an option to either look at the business or are you open to funding for your business? So guys, out of the gate, we keep saying warm market is your best approach. Thank you for
and it
sharing
really
that,
is.
Stratton.
No
Yeah,
problem.
it
I'll see
works.
you again soon.
Awesome. Look forward to it. I look forward to seeing many, many more texts from you with applications started, or the next one, application signed and funded, right?
Exactly. Oh, you're going to get that. You
I
are.
I have no doubt in my mind. Yep, absolutely. All right. Anybody else got questions or comments? Let's see. Mike Dew is our agent of the month, and Mike is your enroller's enroller, Stratton. If you guys haven't met, Eric Johnson is your enroller, and Mike Dew enrolled Eric. So Mike, do you have anything that you'd like to say to Stratton? I saw him on here. He may have had to go off camera. He probably did. All right, guys. Well, I don't see anybody else's hand up. I don't see any other questions. Anything else in the chat box there, Harlequin, before we wrap up?
Nope, mostly just congratulations.
Awesome.
And if it ain't broke.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
Everything we teach works, because with no clients, nobody gets paid. So we're always going to teach what's working.
Can I say
All right.
something?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, can I say something? This is Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I just wanted man, listening to him talk, it just makes me want to get back on the phone now. Because see, like I explained to David in the email, and also say I live in Peru, right? So I don't have a warm market. I've been here over 8 years. And so all the warm market I knew, they're colder than ice. So the only choice I have is a cold call. And man, listening to him talking, it's like, if he can do it and he's new, shoot. What am I doing? Just sitting here trying to do ads and stuff. I know a lot about this stuff. And I know how to talk to people. it's just trying to get me to get out there and do it. You know what I mean? After like 2 or 3 calls, I'm like, I don't want to do no more. I'm done. but I just want to tell, what's his name again? I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
Stratton.
Yeah, I just want to tell him thank you so much for sharing that. That really encourages me to get on the phone tomorrow. So I'm gonna be rocking tomorrow. So
Yeah,
maybe get something going.
So you say that you don't have a warm market. You do have a warm market. You just haven't dug into that warm market, because your warm market starts with people that you know from birth forward, you know?
But I haven't
So-
spoken to them in almost 10 years. If I call them for that, they'd be like, no thanks. It'd be like, cold calling.
Yeah, but what would you be offering them if you called them?
I have no idea. I
Okay.
haven't spoken to
So
them in
all
years.
you're really doing when you reach out to these people that you haven't talked to in a long time. So let's say that we're calling somebody that you haven't talked to in 10 years, right? Friend, family member, whatever. Say, hey, I know it's been a long time since we connected, but I was going through people in my life that have had success, or whatever your warm up is. I just wanted to reach out and let you know something I'm excited about in my life today. I'm in small business funding. If you know any small business owners that are looking for ways to grow their business and can't get funded through the bank, I can probably help them out. I'm just trying to get the word out and wanted to let you know so that you can help get the word out, because there's so many business owners that are hurting.
You do have a point, because one of my recent agents has signed up. You might see him, Joseph Campbell. I don't know if he's on here or not, but I actually went to high school with him. So we're talking back in 97.
Yeah.
And we just happened to strike a conversation on Facebook. And I told him about it, what I do. And he was interested in becoming an agent. So he signed up.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I would encourage you to really go back in and dive into the warm market memory jogger list that you can find at bit.ly.
Yeah, I got it.
And go to /EW memory jogger. And that's capital E, capital W, capital M, EMORY.
Yeah, I got it downloaded on my computer. I got it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great exercise. And if you do it and really dive into it, you should have hundreds of people that come to mind. Again, going back to birth, from childhood, and people that you've just interacted with over the years that might be a connector. Because I've said many times that when you're recruiting new agents, that person that you personally recruit will probably not be your biggest home run hitter in your team, but it'll be somewhere 5, 6, 7 levels deep in your organization, because it's a matter of you recruit them and then they open up that circle of influence that they have, and so on and so on. So several levels deep in your organization, someone is either going to be the leader or they're going to be a connector to a leader that just explodes your business over time. So I wouldn't leave any stone unturned when it comes to getting the word out about what you're doing, and the agent opportunity and the business funding side of it too.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you for the comment there. I'm sure Stratton is glad that he shared. All right. And I've got James has got his hand back up again. What you got, James?
Joe, the very first opportunity training with Bank Breezy is in the YouTube channel. And over there, David says, nobody is doing what we're doing. Nobody. That means that all those other people out there, okay, they're selling things that happen 3, 4, 5 days later, 2 weeks later. Okay, nobody's doing what we're doing. Okay, instant approval, get the money today or tomorrow if it's after 12 o'clock. If you run through that video, you'll do real well tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Talk about getting fired up again. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, in consideration of your time, one last opportunity for questions or comments before we close out. I love seeing everybody on here tonight. It's a great welcome back from my vacation to see your smiling faces, those of you that are on camera. All right, guys. Well, thank you again. I appreciate your time tonight. If you're watching on the replay, I wish you were here live so you could ask questions. But we've got Friday, we'll have our agent call that David always does Friday at 11:30 updates. And then I will be doing a new agent Fast Start orientation again this coming Saturday. So go ahead and put that on your calendar. We're going to add a few new things to that and have that as an ongoing replay over and over again. So if you can come participate in that, that would be awesome. All right, guys, have a great evening. I appreciate you all. We'll see you on the next Zoom. Good night.